Hello everyone, let's start a new topic of chapter 8 geography, life in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So let's see, first we'll talk about the location of Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So everyone have a look this map. Okay, so this basin lies in the north of our country, south north of our country. Okay, so the Ganga Brahmaputra basin roughly 20 degree north, can see 20 degree north and 30 degree north in India. So it is lies in the north part with the north south part of north portion. Okay, so everyone mark on your map. So here you can see it is lies cover 23 degree north to 30 degree north. Fine. Fine. So that is the location setting of Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Ganga Brahmaputra basin lies between 23 degree north to 30 degree north in India, and it is also lies in Bangladesh. Here you can see the river where the Ganga and the Brahmaputra merge over here, and it is known here as a Jamuna, and then here it merge into sea, Bay of Bengal. Yes. Now the Ganga originate from where? Which point? From Gangotri, which is Gangotri Glacier. It is originate from Gangotri Glacier, which is in Himalaya. Okay. Now after that, it flow into, as you can see, it flow into Bay of Bengal. Now the river Gomti, Ghagra, Kosi, Gandhak are its left bank tributary, while Ganga and Son are right bank tributary. Fine. Right bank tributary, which is in the right side, and the Yamuna is simultaneously flow. Okay, Ganga के साथ साथ पैरेलल चलती है. Now, then next one is the Brahmaputra originate the Mansarovar Lake, which is lies in Tibet. Brahmaputra Lake river lies from Mansarovar Lake above Nepal. You can see. Okay, so the Brahmaputra originates near Lake Mansarovar in Tibet and travel eastward across the Tibetan plateau before entering into India in Arunachal Pradesh. You can see it is here above the Arunachal Pradesh. At this point, it enter in India. Next, it flow westward through Assam and join Ganga in Bangladesh, forming world largest delta. Here you can see the largest delta. Both rivers join here and form largest delta. That area is known as, this area known as Sundarban Delta. The both river bring millions of tons of alluvial soil each every year, which make the river plain extremely fertile. And the Ganga plain, the plain of Ganga and the Brahmaputra mountain and foothills lies the foothill of Himalaya. So the region has monsoon climate. The summer are hot and wet, and winter and cold and dry. Approximately above 200 centimeter rainfall occur over this area. And in June, rain bearing monsoon wind from Bay of Bengal bring heavy rainfall. Approximately above 200 centimeter rainfall above occur over here. Now next one is the basin war varied topography. Yes, the environment play a dominant role, means the prominent role in the distribution of the population, because that is the plain area. That is why it is a thickly populated, because this area provide locational setting, climatic set for best climatic environment, atmosphere, and for profession and for occupation, the best facility for occupation. So that is why these area is thickly populated. The mountain area with a steep slope have inhospitable terrain, therefore the less number of people live in mountain area of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin, because the people not easily built the transport track over there, and they also face many problem in mountain area. That is why it is a not thickly populated, thinly populated. The plain area provide more suitable for human habitation. The soil is fertile, so it is best for the agriculture activity. So agriculture is a main occupation of the people of Ganga Brahmaputra basin, because where the fertile flat land is available, that is the best for the growing crops. Now that is why it is a densely populated. The people want to live in this area. The main crop is paddy. Since the cultivation paddy requires sufficient water, it is grown in an area where the amount of rainfall is high. So the paddy means the rice is a main crop of this. So before this, moving on the next paragraph, let's talk about the population density. Yes, the population density means the number of people live in a particular 1 square kilometer area. So if we compare the mountain area with this plain area, there is a lots of difference. So the population density in Uttarakhand where is 189, while the density West Bengal is a 1229 people living in a 1 square kilometer. So you can see there is a long distance between the population density, the amount of population density. Fine. And where is a Bihar? The people 102 people living in a 1 square kilometer. And where is in mountain only 189 people living in a 1 square kilometer. 1000 ka gap aaya, 1900 something. Now the wheat, maize, sorghum, gram, millets are the other crops which are growing in this area. Cash crop like sugarcane, jute also grown. Why do we call this cash crop? Because these crops are growing for the commercial purpose. Banana plantation are seen in the some area in the plain in the West Bengal. Underline everyone, West Bengal and Assam is a famous for tea plantation, and it is a famous and it is demanded all over the world. Silk produced through the cultivation of silkworm in the part of Bihar and Assam. In the mountain and hill, where the slopes are gentle, crop are grown on terrace. The vegetation cover the area where according to their different landform. The Ganga Brahmaputra plain tropical deciduous trees grow along with the teak, sal, people are found here, and the thick bamboo groves are common in Brahmaputra plain. The delta area covered with mangrove forest, means those forests depend on the flood water, salty water. So the mangrove forests grow here in the part of Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh. Which kind of trees found? Coniferous, because these are mountainous region. So pine, the other fir are the common trees found, you can see here, because the climate of this area is cool and the slopes are steep. Now in next class we are going to continue.